Hey everybody, it's Sensei Sid with Fields Karate. And I've got your next Karate at Home video assignment for Thursday. Today, I want you to, as always, start with your stretches and your calisthenics. You know how those go. We do them at the beginning of every class. So stretches, calisthenics, push-ups, crunches, squats, Budo burpees, those sorts of things. And then I want you to move straight into your focus, which will be our kata. So we're going to do a few extra kata for this assignment. Now, for your kata, I want you to pick your testing kata. Now, some of you have more than one testing kata. Choose the one that you need more work on. And I want you to go to your computer and I want you to go to fieldskarate.com, go to the student section and katas. And I want you to pull up your testing kata. And I want you to watch your testing kata 5 times in a row, back to back to back to back to back. Okay? So watch those. Watch that kata 5 times, listen to the instruction on it if there is any, and then I want you to go out, find a space, and I want you to practice that kata 10 times in a row. Okay? Try to do this one after the other. Take a break after about 5 times, and then go right back to it. So this is going to work on your cardio a little bit, but I want you to focus on doing the technique. Remember, most of our katas are designed to be very, very strong, and they have some fast portions to them. Make sure you have your timing down. You can pick a lot of that up in these videos. But I don't want you to rush through them. Don't go speed through them just to get them done so you can say, okay, since I said I did my assignment. No. Slow down. Slow your kata down. I would rather see you do your kata too slow than too fast. Okay? But watch your testing kata 5 times in a row, and then work on practicing that kata 10 times in a row, maybe with a break in between. Now, once you've done that, I want you to go back to your computer, back to that same web page, and I want you to take a look at a new kata, preferably the one that you looked at last week. We explored some new katas. There are a bunch more on there now, but take a look at a new kata that you haven't been directly taught by me yet. And I want you to watch that kata's video 5 times. And then I want you to go out and I want you to try to practice it 5 times. Now, the benefit to doing this kata, or choosing the kata that you chose last week, would be that last week, if you only practiced the first half of that kata, which we often do, split the katas up into sections to learn them at the beginning, you can now start moving into your next section of the kata. But I want you to work on expanding your kata. Just because we are away from the dojo doesn't mean we can't continue to learn more and new techniques and katas. It makes it a little more difficult, but it can be done. So my goal for you, for all of you, is that when you come back to the dojo, you have something new to show me that I haven't shown you yet. That's my goal. That's my hope for you, is that you come back to the dojo not lagging behind, but actually having moved forward. Okay? So that's my hope. That's my goal with doing these new katas and with the website. So if you want to choose a different kata than what you used last week, that's okay. You may do that. But I would strongly encourage you, use the kata that you chose last week, watch it again this week, and try to mimic what you see on the website. And I want you to practice that one 5 times. So your testing kata, practice 10 times. Your new kata, practice 5 times. So 15 katas total for this assignment. Now, once you've taken the time and work through all of those kata slowly, I want you to move into some conditioning. And this is going to take a little bit of creativity. What I want you to do this time is I want you to find something that's going to work as a medicine ball. And now, I actually have a medicine ball here. You probably don't have one at home. If you do, use it. That's great. If you don't, then we're going to talk about how to make a makeshift medicine ball. But I want you to do a medicine ball core drop. So the way this is going to work, you're going to lay down on your back in kind of a crunch position. And this is why we do crunches. Okay? I want you to understand that crunches by themselves are not a great abdomen workout. Okay? Sit-ups are far better if you do the sit-ups correctly. But crunches by themselves are not super, super great for you. But what they do teach you to do is to tighten your stomach and crunch when you take an impact. And that's what we're going to train today. So this is a medicine ball ab drop. So we're going to hold it above our abdomen, and we're just going to let it go. And at the same time, we're going to crunch up and breathe out. Okay? Now, it's going to fall off to the side. That's fine. Just pick it up and do it again. If you can catch it and stop it with your hands, that's fine. But make sure you let it hit you. Just like when we throw the medicine ball in class, let it hit your stomach. Not your chest, not down on your hips, but on your stomach. Okay? So you're going to hold it straight up and okay? If you are a little more ambitious, you can actually throw it up. Now, you'd have to have a little bit of aim, but you can throw it. Okay? That gets a little bit more height, so it comes down with a little bit more force. So what this is teaching you to do is how to take a strike to the abdomen, which is a very, very common target, though not a great one, but very common. So we're going to work on conditioning and hardening our core, our abdomen, to be able to take those strikes. Now I want you to do that ab drop 15 times. Another alternative, if you want to get, especially if you want to get a little more height with it, but you don't have the accuracy to throw it, have a partner, say a mom or a dad or a brother or sister, hold it above you and they can drop it for you. Okay? So that's a perfectly good option. Now, Sensei has these medicine balls sitting up here at the dojo. Some of you might have medicine balls at home, but most of you, I'm guessing, don't. So what can you use? Well, the first go-to is, well, a couple things to keep in mind as you make these makeshift medicine balls. You want to make sure that you make it out of something that will give, okay? These medicine balls, if you look, they squish, okay? They're not super hard, not like a baseball or a softball, but they actually give a lot. And these things are made with an outer covering that's solid and sealed, and that's important, but they have sand inside of them. So what you could do is take a black contractor's bag, one of the real heavy-duty contractor's bags, and fill it with sand. Or maybe some dirt, if you have it, that would do just fine. And you want to fill it with somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds. Okay? The lightest medicine ball that we have at the dojo is 6 pounds. The one that we use the most is 10 pounds, just to give you a frame of reference. So throw it on a scale and put somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds of sand or dirt, or even if you have like a 5-pound bag of beans or flour or sugar or salt or something like that, something that's made up of grains. Or small pebbles like a bean would be shaped. You can put those in a heavy-duty bag of some sort and then tie it off, cut the extra off, and then put it in another bag and tie it off. Because one of the last things you want to have happen is you drop this thing and it busts open on you. So if it's nice outside, you want to do this outside too. But regardless of what you can use, put it in a couple layers of bags, tie them off, and then cut the extra bag off. And that's going to make for a decent makeshift medicine ball. Now, if you want to have a little bit of fun with it and you have a partner who can do this with you, after you do the drop, and I definitely want you to do the drops 15 times, but then maybe you can throw it back and forth to your partner a little bit like we do in class. That's just adds a little bit of fun to it. So that's what I want you to work on. Try to make a makeshift medicine ball and try to use something that you can keep it there, because we might come back and use these medicine balls again later on. But we want to make sure that we make them tough enough that they're not going to blow out and make a mess the first time we use them. So if you get a chance, throw a picture of what you're using down in the comment section. I would love to see what you guys come up with. What I just described to you is just a starting point. It's just an idea. If you can come up with something different or better, go ahead and do that and let me know, and we'll pass that information around. But make sure you practice that. Take this and remember what it is. Katas, you're testing kata 10 times, your new kata 5 times, and then these medicine ball ab drops 15 times. And that's going to be your assignment for today. So train hard, keep at it, keep your chins up. I know this is starting to get long and drawn out. If you're like me at all, you're really missing having classes. And I miss having you guys in class. So keep your chin up, keep training, keep pushing ahead. Don't let this be a time where you lose skill and lose technique. Karate is like boiling water. If you don't constantly heat it, it will cool. If you don't constantly train, you will lose your skill and ability. Don't let this be a time where you lose skill and ability, but a time where you actually gain it. And that's my goal for you during this shutdown. So keep training hard, be diligent. A little bit every day is going to do wonders for your training. Okay, guys? Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Train hard and keep your chin up.